Alright, guys, I'm going to talk about sports, and sports really doesn't matter in terms of the real world, but I enjoy sports, so I'm going to talk about the Super Bowl between the New York Giants and the New England Patriots. Listen, guys, some of you guys are out there saying that the New England Patriots, they will be forgotten because they didn't win the Super Bowl. They are not relevant because they did not win the Super Bowl, and I think that is just very superficial. And I'll tell you why. First of all, it ignores the obvious high level of performance that the Patriots have achieved in the regular season. Okay, they are one of the all-time great regular season teams. Matter of fact, they're better than the freaking Dolphins that were 14-0. The New England Patriots were 16-0. Okay, so Murky Morris, just shut your mouth. We don't care. Okay, you were 14-0. You won the Super Bowl. Okay, go away. The New England Patriots won more games in the regular season than the Miami Dolphins, 1972 Dolphins. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing, the Patriots went to the Super Bowl with an 18-0 record. That means they beat every team in the NFL. Unheard before that a team would go to the Super Bowl undefeated. That's historic. So it's indisputable that this team is historic. Number 3, the Patriots were 2 minutes and 45 seconds away from winning the Super Bowl. One more defensive stop, they make history, total history. They would be the second undefeated team in NFL history, and the only team that won more games than the Miami Dolphins being undefeated. So the Miami Dolphins would not be on their block. They wouldn't be in the club. They'd be out of the club because the Patriots would be undefeated and they would have won more games than the Miami 1972 Dolphins. So, Murky Morris, shut your damn mouth. Okay, you're not that great. So just remember that. So those 3 reasons. So based on those 3 reasons, the Patriots this 2007 Patriots team will not be forgotten because for the die-hard football fan or the average football fan who has watched the NFL since the last decade, since 2000 or 2001, you will always remember the Super Bowl. You will always remember the Super Bowl that the Giants won that was against the greatest regular season team of all time. Okay, you will always remember that the Patriots were 18-0 coming in to the Super Bowl. You will always remember that the Patriots were considered one of the greatest teams of all time. There's too much media praising the Patriots. Okay, this one loss is going to change all that? I don't think so. Okay, I think people are a little bitter, or people want to be harsh because they feel that the Super Bowl could annihilate a whole entire season. And yes, the Patriots do believe that. Tom Brady does believe that their season is a failure right now. Okay, they're devastated. They base their greatness on Super Bowls, period. And that just shows you the level of excellence that the New England Patriots demand. Okay, Bill Belichick only cares about Super Bowls. Yes, he does care about nice regular season records, but he cares about Super Bowls. But the bottom line between an objective fan of the game or objective observer of the game, if you watched football for the last 20 years, the New England Patriots, the 2007 New England Patriots, are a historic team. I don't care if you guys hate the Patriots. You can hate the Patriots all you want. You can call them a bunch of cheaters, but they beat 16 teams in the NFL and were undefeated during the regular season. It's that simple. There was no Spygate there, so they didn't cheat. They were the better team. And yes, I'm going to give the credit to the Giants. They were the better team for the last month, maybe the last 2 months. But the bottom line is that the Patriots are the reason why the Giants are in the playoffs. Okay? The Giants barely made the playoffs. I'm not taking away anything from the Giants, but you better give the Patriots some credit, because if it wasn't for the Patriots, okay, if we were talking about a 12-4 New England Patriot team that probably could win the Super Bowl anyways, I don't think the Giants would be as motivated. But they were motivated by the greatness of the Patriots that obviously the media is going to talk about. You know, if you become 16-0, you deserve to be in the sentence of the greatest team of all time, one of the greatest teams of all time. So they were inspired to beat one of the greatest teams of all time. Okay, and they actually did beat one of the greatest teams of all time. So within a month period, I guess you can say that the Giants were on the same level as the Patriots. However, I would say that if you look at the whole year, from week 1 to week 18, if you look at the whole year, if you look at in the body of the work of 1 year, the New England Patriots were still the better team. I mean, the Giants started to become a great team when 2 games before they played the New England Patriots. They're the champions. They're the best team. They were the best team that day, and they did some astronomical work to get there. Okay, but remember, they only were great for maybe 5 weeks. And those 5 weeks, they were astronomically great. They were they increased their level of play substantially. However, that doesn't discount the level of excellence that the New England Patriots had for 16, probably 18 weeks, because people were crying like a bunch of babies because they were within 9 or 10 points between Jacksonville and the Chargers. The Chargers are a good defensive football team. The Jacksonville is a very good AFC team. I think that they're equal to the Giants. The only difference is that the Giants took more risks putting pressure on Brady. That's the only difference. I don't think the Giants are head and shoulders above Jacksonville and head and shoulders above the Chargers. No. Give credit to the Giants. The Giants, Eli Manning, he overcame immeasurable odds. I was going to pronounce something to win this game. Of course, we were not surprised that it was close. I wasn't surprised that it was a close game. However, even if it was a close game, you still, with the Patriots won 3 Super Bowls by 3 points. So, and they've won many games in the latter half of the season by 3 points or 10 points. So, the New England was used to that. So that doesn't mean because it was a close game that they did not, overcome immeasurable odds, because the Patriots were the clutch team, are still the clutch team of the decade. So again, this Super Bowl loss doesn't change my mind that the Patriots are one of the better Super Bowl teams of all time. I'm sorry. And that's the last thing I have to say. Have a nice day.